I'm Rob, and this is the Sprint Vector VR review by Barefoot Gaming. So Survios, the guys that make raw data, decided they wanted to get into a totally different genre of VR, and they came out with Sprint Vector. Now Sprint Vector is a racing game, but you race with your arms, though your characters are using their legs. The closest thing I can compare this to as far as a racing game goes would be something like Mario Kart. But it's not like Mario Kart because you're not doing circuits, but you are up against obstacles. And like Mario Kart, you've also got boxes that you can pick up that work as both power-ups for boosts, or you can fire projectiles at the enemies, as your opponents, I should say. And your goal through the slurry of tracks is to actually get into first place and to keep beating your time. The production value, you'll notice immediately, is almost head and shoulders above most stuff that comes out in VR so far. The models look fantastic, the backgrounds look great, the voiceovers, the sound effects, everything is really high end. So Survios wanted to make sure that they put something out that would actually compete, and I think they did a good job with that. So there's single player and there's multiplayer. When you play in single player, you can do like a time attack, or you can race against other avatars of AI running oftentimes in front of you, sometimes behind. Again, I kind of got the feeling as in Mario Kart, if they ever get too far ahead of you, a bunch of them will slow down. They'll actually just stand there and walk around if you fall too far behind. So they don't want to just whoop your butt right from the get-go. But the game is still challenging, no matter how you play it. And the unique movement style should really be expounded on a little bit. The way it works is you reach forward with your hand, pull the trigger, swing down, other hand, pull the trigger, swing down. So it's almost more akin to skiing, because you want to put your stick in and swing, stick in, swing, stick in, swing. And the faster you move them, the faster you'll go. If you maintain good momentum and don't change up your speed by going faster and slower, it'll actually help your character get further along. There's obstacles that you will have to climb. You'll have to turn to get around boulders and moving objects that are trying to block you in place. There are spots where you'll fly and you'll aim with your hands as you move around, and on it goes. Clearly, one of the biggest things that Survios was trying to get past was moving the player quickly in VR without giving you motion sickness. And I actually think they pulled that off pretty well. I think I've kind of touched on everything. This is a game that's really easy to learn and very hard to master. There are some things that I would definitely recommend going through the tutorial fully, because even after you have a basic understanding of how to move and how to jump, within 4 or 5 levels, you're going to run across things that you're going to get frustrated with. So just go through all the intermediate and the advanced, go through the entire tutorial, you'll enjoy the game more, you'll have a better gist of how to move. Let's get to the review. Sprint Vector retails for $32.99 Canadian, and this game is amazing. I'll just say it, there it is, it's amazing. The movement feels fantastic, the sound effects, the voiceovers, the commentators that are actually bantering back and forth. Everything is just polished, it's beautiful. This is something that very quickly I got really sweaty, because you work yourself super hard trying to beat your time, trying to beat the other person's time, and it's even when you don't do well, you get a kick out of it. As far as motion sickness goes, I didn't have any issues. I had someone else try it, he didn't have any issues. The only place where we kind of felt it a little bit is in the drifting, because in the advanced tutorials you'll find out that if you want to make corners really quick, you can drift, and that kind of made my stomach go like a little bit of something, but not enough for it to be an issue throughout the game. So I'd say the comfort rating on this game is quite high. The fact that there's lava, the fact that there's obstacles that they actually make you physically climb, the fact that you have to do flying through certain areas of it. They keep it varied, they keep it interesting, and I give this a 4.5 out of 5. This would fall under a definitely recommended. This is something that, especially if you're okay with breaking a sweat and actually getting your heart pumping, make sure you have room. I say buy this game. The only other issue I ever ran into is I don't have an 8-foot ceiling, it's just under 8 feet. And when I was climbing, I had to remember not to hit the ceiling, because you are actually going to be moving quickly and you're trying to get to the end. 4.5 out of 5, Survios, slow clapped. That was beautiful. Keep it up. I want to see more stuff like this in VR. Fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like our videos, the only way you're going to know when they come out is if you subscribe. Leave a comment. I love hearing from you. I do my best to try to respond to as many of them as I can. We'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.